Not our president! Not our president!
Los Angeles has been plagued with locals taking part in protests against President Donald Trump's deportation operations that started on his first day of his second term. Signs and speakers at these protests claim Trump is targeting the immigrant community out of racism and oppression. Instead, the main targets for Trump's deportations have been hardened criminals and gang members, along with illegal immigrants who already have a deportation order.
Donald Trump, go to hell!
One speaker said she cut off her MAGA family members because she could not stand by while they supported Trump.
Nobody listened, even to my own family, that I had to let go of because they couldn't. It's a hoax. We need to fight every day. Fight for 2025. Understand it because it's at your doorstep.
Another speaker said in order to comply with the protest permit, attendees had to respect their borders and not be on the sidewalk.
The only thing we request is that we keep the sidewalks clear because our permit is for the grass areas only. And I will tell everyone here the same thing I told our group here. We want to treat these sidewalks as our borders. We want anyone to come in who wants to join us and make a better life for themselves. Woo! Our borders are our borders. So we will not let other people who, the fascists, okay? We will not let other people bully us out of our borders. We gotta stay, so that's why we gotta stay within them, right? Can't go on the sidewalks, it's the ocean.
While not the only city experiencing protests against Trump and U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, city leadership in Los Angeles appears to be taking a hands-off approach in order to avoid confrontation. But that plan hasn't produced peaceful results. On Friday, as part of the week-long high school walkouts to protest ICE, a large group gathered at Los Angeles City Hall, but it quickly devolved into violence as fights broke out between the anti-ICE protesters. In the melee, one student was stabbed in the back.
What are you guys getting out of this? Hey, no. Come on, stop the fight!
Blood covered his backside and pooled on the ground as other students filmed on their phones. Police were not on the scene when the fights and the stabbing occurred, arriving a few minutes after the attack took place. What was supposed to be an hours-long gathering ended abruptly as police now had a reason to clear all the students out of the area. At another protest on Sunday, the California Highway Patrol was ready to prevent a repeat of protesters taking over the highway by City Hall, blocking off entrances and clad in riot gear. Their presence was not welcomed by the protesters.
Always so dangerous! There's a riot helmet on! Let us get control!
In a sign of how some of those involved in the movement do not want to have a peaceful gathering, a few protesters ripped up leaflets urging people to not be violent because Trump says we are criminals. Prove him wrong. While Trump and ICE were the primary focus of their anger, protesters also targeted Elon Musk, the Trump ally and billionaire who is carrying out his mission of cutting government waste. The protests are expected to continue and even get bigger, as it was recently leaked by the Los Angeles Times that the city is expected to be the focus of a big sweep by ICE and other federal law enforcement agencies. Tom Homan, Trump's border czar, has expressed grave concern over the leaks of operations to the media because either targets go underground or they can decide to ambush the arriving officers. Because of the city's large illegal immigrant population and the resistance from locals and the city, the protests will not stop anytime soon.
Well, this afternoon, protesters gathering at Centennial Olympic Park calling for an end to U.S. immigration and customs enforcement and mass deportations. PSL Atlanta organizing a protest today demanding full rights for immigrants and an end to what they are calling racist immigration policies. Protesters argue that economic struggles like inflation and unemployment are driven by billionaires and corporations and not immigrants.
Hundreds of people rallied at the corner of King and Story Road Sunday afternoon after marching from Mexican Heritage Plaza on Alum Rock Road. They carried signs that said, "Don't bite the hand that feeds you," and "Stop deportations. My grandma is a hard worker."
We're not buying anything. We're not going to work. It's a day without immigrants. It's a day without Hispanic, Latinos. No, not at all.
A national strike has been planned on Monday, called A Day Without Immigrants. Supporters say they'll stay home from work, from school, and not spend money the entire day in solidarity with immigrants.
I think it's a really good idea just to show how, immigrants boost this economy and how important we are for, this country.
I wish I could participate, but I would be fired from my job if I did. But yeah, I think it's wonderful. And I think if you're an immigrant, you should not go to work tomorrow and see how people can function.
Still, some supporters say a legal pathway to citizenship is important and shouldn't be forgotten.
It's very difficult. It takes years, money, and I believe everybody can do it. If I did it, they can do it too.